Welcome to this explainer. Ever stop to think about what's actually happening inside your mouth when you talk? It's wild, but today we're demystifying the incredible physical mechanics of human speech. We're going to break down the exact taxonomy of how we physically create every single word. It's a fascinating biological process that we completely take for granted. Our roadmap today covers Section 1, the anatomy of speech, followed by voiced versus voiceless sounds, places of articulation, manners of articulation, the free flow of vowels, and finally, the sound combinations we call diphthongs. We have a lot of fascinating ground to cover, so let's get right into it. Section 1, the anatomy of speech, looking specifically at consonants versus vowels. We're going to split all human speech into two massive buckets based on one incredibly simple thing: airflow. Think of consonants like a kind of traffic jam. The airstream coming up from your lungs gets either completely stopped or partially blocked somewhere inside your mouth. Vowels, on the other hand, are your open, unobstructed highway. They're produced with a relatively free flow of air when your mouth is just open. It literally all boils down to that. Moving to Section 2, voiced versus voiceless sounds, or the motor of speech. Let's zoom in on consonants for a second. The crucial point here is figuring out if your internal motor, your vocal folds, is actually running or not. Some speech sounds need a physical vibration in your throat, and others are just pure silent air passing through. Voiced sounds make those vocal folds vibrate rapidly, like the Z sound. Voiceless sounds, like S, F, or P, happen without any vibration at all. Your vocal cords are literally just letting the air breeze right on by. Don't just take my word for it, though. Put your fingertips gently on your throat right now, right on the Adam's apple. Say zzz and hold it. Now switch to s. You can physically feel that intense buzzing motor kick in for the Z and then absolute complete stillness on the S. That's you feeling your own vocal cords turning on and off in real time. Section 3, places of articulation. Basically, where exactly is that traffic jam happening? Now that we know about voicing, we have to map out exactly where the air gets blocked along your 13-centimeter vocal tract. Think of your mouth's geography as a series of gates. We start at the very front with bilabial sounds, where both lips close for p or b. Moving back, we use the lower lip and upper teeth for labiodental sounds like f, and the tongue hitting the upper teeth for dental sounds like th. Go a bit further, and your tongue hits the ridge right behind your teeth for alveolar sounds like t and s. Then it raises to the hard palate for palatal sounds like the y and yes. Keep going all the way back to the soft palate for velar sounds like k and g. And finally, deep in your throat, the glottal gate narrows the passage for the h sound. It is an insanely precise physical map. Which brings us to Section 4, manners of articulation, or how the air escapes. We know where the air stops, but how does it manage to escape the traffic jam? Think of these manners as a highly specialized menu of air release valves. First up are stops, which completely block the airflow and then let it go abruptly. Boom! Then you have fricatives, which almost block the air, forcing it out through a tiny hissing gap. Affricates combine a quick stop with a fricative release. But the nasals are absolutely brilliant. They bypass the mouth entirely by lowering the velum and letting airflow exclusively out through your nose. Finally, liquids and glides require you to raise, curl, or move the tongue, so air smoothly escapes around the sides or shifts into a vowel. The mechanics here are just stunning when you realize you're orchestrating all of this simultaneously without even thinking about it. Next up is Section 5, vowels, the free flow, focusing on tongue positions. So, what happens when we remove those roadblocks entirely? We enter the free-flowing, open-mouthed world of vowels. Because the air flows freely and vowels are pretty much always voiced, the exact sound you create depends totally on the dimensions of the empty space inside your mouth. To map out vowels, we have to think about this space geometrically, as having a front versus a back and a high versus a low area. You are literally using your tongue to architect a very specific empty cavity for the sound to echo inside. Notice how physically extreme these differences are. When you say a high front vowel, like in the word heat, your tongue is high up and pushed to the very front of your mouth. But for a low back vowel, like heart, your tongue drops drastically low and pulls all the way back. Seriously, try saying them back to back right now. Heat, heart. You are basically remodeling the room inside your mouth in real time, just to change the resonance of the air. And for our grand finale, Section 6. Diphthongs, sound combinations, or as I like to call them, linguistic gymnastics. We're going to combine what we just learned about open spaces into a single, complex, gliding movement. The crucial point here is that we aren't just making one static shape anymore. A diphthong is a combination of two vowel sounds, which means your vocal organs actually have to move from one position to another mid-breath. Out of the 20 total English vowels, 8 of them are diphthongs. They're essentially two single vowels mashed together in one fluid dynamic action. Let's put this into practice to really nail it down. Say the word hi out loud right now. Hi. If you really pay attention, you'll feel your tongue start down in a low position and then glide seamlessly across your mouth up into that high front position. You're creating a complex sound strictly out of physical movement. It really leaves you wondering, doesn't it? If just saying something as simple as hello requires this unbelievably complex physical choreography of precise stops, vocal cord vibrations, and tongue glides, how absolutely incredible is the human brain for orchestrating this symphony of air instantly? We perform this mechanical magic totally unconsciously every single time we open our mouths. So it really makes you ask, what other hidden biological symphonies are we performing right now without even noticing?